Hello people, welcome back to another lesson. In this one we're going to be looking at our first Jack Johnson tune, Better Together. And this one is for Seth Coleman, who said any Jack Johnson would be tremendous. Seth's a patron. If you would like to find out all of the good stuff about that, then check the link below. But for now, let us crack on with this lesson, shall we? Come on in. So let's start off with the intro melody, right? It goes like this: 2, 3, 4, 1. Into that riff, okay? Now this tune has a bit of a shuffle feel. It's not terribly apparent in the intro section, but it will become apparent when we start doing some strumming. But essentially, you just need one finger for this, and you're going to be using the D and the G string. All right? And basically, fret both. You don't need to do anything fancy there, because on the original you hear this. You hear the sliding, right? It's probably played by Jack with his fingers as well. Alright, but I'm using a plectrum. Feel free to use your fingers if you prefer though. So there are two phrases really in this. First phrase is... So that slowly. So when you slide down to the 5th fret, you pause. So after every slide, you're going to pick the G string. Okay? And then you're going to play... the riff. Okay, so that last phrase is just a reverse of the run basically. So then you go, okay, 5, 7, 10, 12, 10. Okay, and then you're into the main riff. Now the outro solo just plays a variation of that. So if you can play that, you can play the outro solo as well. I'll go through the notes in that when we come to it. But for now, the main part is this. And before I get into it, I want to talk to you about the strumming pattern, because the strumming pattern, once you get that, is the same throughout the track, right? So it's got this, this shuffle feel, as I say. Okay, so there are two strumming patterns within this phrase, all around the... Okay, so learn this one first. Very simple. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. But you probably want to play the first two a bit softer, so like that. And then the third one, play strong. So it'll sound like this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the first strumming pattern. Now the second strumming pattern has some whackers. So you're going to basically rest all of your fingers on the chord rather than playing it. Okay, so you just get that percussive sound, right? So the second pattern would be... So I'm just pressing my fingers down for the first two, and then I'm covering them. And you're going to alternate between those. So bear those two strumming patterns in mind. Now we're going to look at the chords, all right? The main riff basically changes twice in each bar. So you're going to play... and then background. And at the beginning of those phrases, you'll notice that you're playing a chord shape and then just moving the bass note down. So, okay, Then you play 2 normal chords, in this case D minor to C major. Then the next phrase, you're going down the next string and playing again. You're just moving the root note there. Then a G minor to a C major again. That's how he frets those, okay? You could play, you know, up to you. But this is where the rhythm part comes in, okay? You are going to be playing, for these bits, and this bit, this. And then, okay, so the first chord of each phrase, if you like, has our first pattern. Similarly here, you do the same thing. Alright, so you start with one of each. And then you go to the D with the second pattern. C with the second pattern. Back to the first one. Second pattern. Okay. Then to the G minor. Then to the C. Okay? So that is it. Slowly. And that's it. That's how you do the whole thing. Let me play that through once more time slowly. So see if you can play along, okay? 2, 3, 4. Alright, that is it. So, to speed. Then you come to the next part, which does this. So let me play the end of that riff so you can hear the transition between the two. Alright, and then you're into it. So, it actually starts on the 7th fret and slides down to the 6th fret, right? And you're playing a major shape there. Right. So it starts with an upstroke. First chords are all on the upstroke there. That's downstrokes. Okay, or it starts on a downstroke. So you can see that the rhythm pattern gets flipped around a little bit there, but it's essentially just that. That's about it, but there's a kind of middle 8 section after the little, I think it's a piano solo, where you play G to C, so then to the 6th fret. Play that around, I think 4 times. So that in a nutshell is just a G minor chord, so you're on the 3rd fret there, then up to the 8th fret, which is C major, So you play G to C 4 times, okay? 4 times. Then you're going to go to the 6th fret, which is an A sharp or a B flat major. Again, up to the 8th fret. Same shape. And then you're back into the... And when Jack's playing it, he is using his fingers, and you can see his thumb. I mean, he's got his thumb and his finger doing all this kind of cool stuff. And you hear... You hear that quite clearly, okay? So do try and pick out the bass note if you can, right? If you want to do it. I'm rubbish at this, so I'll have a go. Okay, so there it gets a bit more complicated because I'm trying to hit this low note with my thumb, and then get my first finger to play the and that's also my first finger doing the little whacks, okay? Okay, and I'm playing however you want to do that, right? I mean, if you play the ukulele, you'll probably have that down. I don't really play it much, but... probably easy to play it like that. Think of it like a ukulele. Now then we have this outro solo, and that is just a repetition of the solo we played earlier. Again, starts on the 10th fret. And then you're going to play... and then it ends, okay? That was a bit ropey, but there we go. So, first part, same as the intro. Then you're going to go 10th fret on the B and E this time. But you're going to start on the B, 10th fret, and you're going to slide up to the 13th. So we're going to play... Alright, that's the first half of it. Okay, so very slowly. Okay. Then you're going to play. And that starts on the 10th fret on the E. And that last part is just 10, 8, 10 on the B string, okay? So hopefully with the tab as well, that's super clear for you.